thank you so much for joining me for Friday Night Not So Live. My name is Sharon Rogers, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And every Friday that I can, I like to bring you a live video showing you how to create a beautiful little card to send to someone. Well, tonight I can't be with you live because I am working. I'm providing some support for a funeral at the church where I work. And I'm also busy, while you're watching this, trying to prepare for my one-day fall retreat that is tomorrow. So I figured I'd better record something. Now, one of the things that I did for my retreat was create an add-on class that featured the Joyful Days Memories and More card pack. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a moment. But participants that added that class on received half a package of the Joyful Days Memories and More card pack and a full package of the basic white assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes. So you can combine the two to make a bunch of cards, whether it's larger size cards than normal or smaller ones. I'm going to be showing them how to make, I've got 10 samples of the large cards, and I think I've got 7 samples of the smaller cards that I've either made as gift, like note cards with a gift, or into gift card holders. So I hope you enjoy this project, and let's get started. All right, here I have a half a pack of the Joyful Days Memories and More card pack. So a full package is this. It's unopened. This is half a package, and look at how much you get. You get 3 cards each of 6 designs. And these designs are double-sided. So I'll show you the backs in just a moment. All right, and so some of them have lines, and that's so that you could use these with memory keeping projects that you have, and they could be journaling lines, but you can also use them as lines to write on the inside of a card. But the colors in this are just beautiful. So we've got a plaid, and we've got like a watercolor forest here at the bottom. We've got some funky kind of stripes, some more funky stripes in greens, some Christmas trees, and another plaid. So there's 3 of each of these 6 3x4 cards. And then there are 3 each of these 4x6 designs. There's 2 there, yep. Here. And you can see, I'll show you the backs here. Again, these make nice insides of cards. And that certainly wouldn't, because you can't write on this one, but it's a fun little plaid. So you're getting 3 of each of these. So you're getting 9 different designs in 2 sizes, 3 each. That means you're getting not 27. You're getting, 27 in half a package. There's 54 in a full package. So you can make a lot of cards with this. And I'm going to make a quick one tonight so that I can air it tomorrow night. I'm going to be at work, kind of overseeing a funeral that's there, but also setting up for my event that I have on Saturday, my retreat. So I'm going to pull in a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. And my paper pumpkin is coming any day, and it's got a nice Christmas theme. But paper pumpkin, for the last, year and a half or so, every quarter they've come out with some coordinating dies. And this is the die set that coordinates with the October through December paper pumpkin kits. So you've got some leaves here, part of a flower, another flower, a tag, and the word joy. I'm gonna bring in the word joy here, and my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This card pack is great when you want to come up with something really quickly and or you have a lot to do. So you don't even have to really add sentiments to some of these because a lot of them have their own sentiments. I think you saw in there, one of them said joyful days, one of them said Merry Christmas, one said Christmas cheer. So you've got a lot of that kind of thing, but you can certainly add your own stuff to it. And so here we have this die cut. What I should have done is pop it up on foam. But look, we can just add that to the front of a card. Now, if I want, this is 4x6, so it doesn't fit on a card that I normally make, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But these do fit the, let me show you, the assorted memories and more cards and envelopes. So in here, you get some small ones. These are the small envelopes. And then you get some larger envelopes and you've got some larger card bases. So you can really make it very simple. Fold this into a card base, slap this on the front, you're pretty much good to go. Or you can go ahead and cut it down. So you can change the base color. Like I might here, I think I might bring in a piece of Mossy Meadow. I'm going to bring in a piece of Mossy Meadow. Just change up the card base a little bit. And let's score it at 4 1/4. And then we're going to cut it at 5 1/2. I've got another card base ready to go. Let me just put this on here. Now it's too big, right? Well, let's cut this down a little bit. And let's go ahead and bring in a piece of cherry cobbler because we can even make it a little bit more colorful. So let's say a normal card base for me is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let's go ahead and make this 4 by 5 1/4. That's kind of a standard layer. And then I want to make this one even smaller, but I'm not going to make it much smaller. So instead of 4 inches by 5 1/4, I'm going to make it 5 1/8. So just a little bit less than the other one. Now let's see, which tree do I want to cut off? I think I want to cut off the other end. So 5 1/8. And then I'm going to cut off the bottom here. Instead of 4, I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller than 4. Just cuts a little smidge off there. So it looks nice, just green on green, but look at what happens when we put the cherry cobbler in there. That really makes it a lot more festive. So we're just going to go ahead and put some glue on. Oh, I'm surprised it works. I left the cap off most of the day. So we're just gonna put that right on there. You see we have just a little bit of a border. And then I think because it's pretty simple, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some dimensionals because for some reason popping things up on dimensionals always makes it look like, you know, it's more special. It's kind of weird, but it's true. All right, we'll take off the backings here. And center that on the front here. Now let's go ahead and we're going to pop up our word joy here. And I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals. Everybody at my, spoiler alert for those of you going tomorrow, everybody's going to get a sheet of these mini dimensionals because they'll come in handy on any project. They usually come in handy. I don't know if that one's going to fit there or not. No, it shows. So what we can do though is we can cut it in half. Let's see. I'll cut one of these in half. These are little, so There's one right there. Let's see if there's another place to put a half. How about right down here? Will help stabilize my word joy. All right. So we've got the word joy just springing up right there. All right. And how about I bring in some basic rhinestones? And there's happens to be some nice little spots right here on my die cut. Perfect for these tiny little gems to go. Oh, that doesn't want to stay on that card. It wants to pop off. But it's the perfect place for you guys. So we've got some bling there, but you can certainly add a bunch more bling anywhere you feel like it. Just make that card sparkle. Just sprinkle them all over. All right. We got a lot of little sparkle going on. I think I'm going to move this one down a little bit. I promise I'm not going to mess with it too much. And there is a simple little card front. Pretty message of the season. All you got to do now is open up, cut a piece of basic white to fit in the middle there, and you'll be good to go. And I had to actually open a new package of basic white. So let's cut a piece that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And here's another idea of what you can do. Well, I can't actually, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my joy, and I'm going to die cut this. This is just a little something different from the inside. It's your card. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to, instead of stamping something in one of the lower corners, I'm going to die cut something. Now, here's one thing you got to be careful of with the word joy, though. This little centerpiece, because, and I can use this joy on another card. Use this on another card front somewhere, but that's not what I'm doing this time. I'm going to bring in my base, and let's go ahead and adhere this down, and I want to make sure I'm kind of getting some of the adhesive around that die cut. And I'll put that right there, and see, it's a little bit, I mean, you can tell it's the word joy, but if you put this back in the hole here, you're going to find that it looks much better. There we go. You can stamp Merry Christmas in there or some other sentiment, and there you have a pretty quick and easy card. That was a pretty simple card, and just the printed nature of those Joyful Days cards make a beautiful card really very simple to make. I did still have to do some work, but I didn't have to do all that coloring work because the number of Christmas cards I send, that's not happening here. So I hope that you will consider the Joyful Days Memories and More cards if you are running behind on time or simply just because you love the design. Well, besides noticing my buddy Crash here, I'm sure you've also noticed that stack of boxes. Those boxes contain quite a few kits from the Kits collection. Now, I am currently in a kit fundraiser where I want to donate a lot of kits to patients undergoing cancer treatments. And so far, 9 of my customers and friends have purchased kits. So I took advantage of the kit sale that was earlier this week, and I purchased those 9 kits that other people had purchased, and as well as I've tacked on a few of my own, but I've also got some kits for my upcoming Kit Together events. Kit Together is just where we gather a bunch of people and we just have fun crafting and chatting. And I have one coming up on the 16th in Wells, just around the corner from me, at a local restaurant. And so if you're local to me, I hope you'll join us. But I need to know by Monday, so don't forget to RSVP. The $30 price tag of the event includes one of these kits, plus some garden charcuterie and a drink of your choice at the restaurant. So I hope you'll join me for that. Okay, I gotta get ready for my retreat. There's still so much more to do. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see some of you tomorrow at the retreat.